baptized in muddy water, let me hear you say, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Somebody...
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a matchup of two veteran QBs who can beat you with their arms and their legs. It's Aaron Rodgers versus Tony Romo. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, in 2 years' time, it will host Super Bowl 52. You get a look inside the impressive new U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in Week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. One receiver left, three to the right. Breeze now on first down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Here's Breeze. And this is Moncrief for the catch. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Breeze. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that leads to a Green Bay first. They stay on the ground on first down with Lacey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how your guy's going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
And the back goes into motion. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The Vikings now heading on to the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a former Tar Heel, Giovanni Bernard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrell Freeman. Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Ready, kill, 53.
Breeze to throw on second down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Mike Daniels in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that was incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. Now 4th down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. To throw is Rodgers. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. A solid pass breakup that time by Joe Hayden.
Good to see him out there on the field, moving around, playing well. Joe Hayden, if you talk to the NFL guys, when you list the best corners in the game, Joe Hayden's name always comes up for reasons we just saw, just like that.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they've got it here with a first down. This time, Breeze will throw. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Vikings. Tavon Austin, 83 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete.
I can hear the sigh of relief all the way up here. A dangerous throw, backed up in their own territory and throwing an out route, and it got jumped, and they were fortunate it was only batted down and not intercepted.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They come up in an offset eye.
319
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked fearless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Breeze to throw on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Third down now following the completed pass. Now Breeze on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Steve Weatherford now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Rodgers. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll be a Green Bay 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sharif Floyd coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Completes it to Jason Witten. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. More from Minneapolis after this. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. And Crosby puts it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And now out comes Minnesota. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 1st down, Breeze. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big one there for the Vikings. And even 40 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Again, here's Bernard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. That means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. On third and long, it's Breeze. Looking for Austin, intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now the Packers get set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Rodgers. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the long field goal attempt winds up awry, and we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They come out here in the eye.
Easy.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw, it's Rodgers. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. One back is Lacey. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Left side here to Sanders. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Brian Arakpo. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now Breeze completes it to Moncrief left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Moncrief brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Breeze going to go on 4th down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. It's an 8-yard pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they want to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started, and in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Defense showing blitz. Now Breeze. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
And that pickup on the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Giovanni Bernard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now it's Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old-school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So they're operating in the red zone. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Dumps it off to Gurley. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
319!
And again, it's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are back within a score. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. Surveying the field. His pass caught at the 4. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Bernard, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
4 down, check, 4 down. 13, check 26, check 26.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now a toss play to Bernard. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And, Charles, when you pull out a close game, the good thing about that is maybe next time you're in a nail-biter in the fourth quarter, you have a little more confidence.
Yeah, you're talking about your memory muscles, right? When you win those close ones, you have that confident feeling that you can continue to do so every time you're in that position.
Now, that said, you would rather win by 60 points, or do you like the close ones, too?
Well, I think everyone would rather win by 60. It's comfortable. Everyone gets to play. But when you win those nail-biters, dinner tastes just a little bit better that night.
So for Minnesota, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Vikings are winners in the regular season debut of U.S. Bank Stadium as we say goodnight and so long from Minneapolis.